A sitemap is a planning tool that presents a list of website pages. These are typically organized in a hierarchical fashion. Site mapping is a useful process for designers and UX professionals who are looking for a way to improve the website navigation, understand the scope of the work, and avoid missing out on a critical part of the website's architecture. Ultimately, site mapping helps you to deliver a better user experience. Let's dive deeper and understand the purpose of sitemaps. A sitemap, once laid out, will allow you to create a website with a navigation flow that makes sense not only to the user, but to search engines as well. It's a footprint showing how each page relates to the website's hierarchy. You'll want to see which pages make sense. When designing a website from scratch, you rarely know the exact amount of pages that you'll need. Laying a sitemap out visually helps you to understand this part of the project. When you build out a website sitemap, you can easily see where the site may become cumbersome and bloated. You can fix these problems before you start to build. For the coders and designers and everyone involved in the process of building the website, a sitemap will help keep tasks on track and provide context for the design team to make better decisions. Site mapping is essential when you're building a new website, but it doesn't have to be complicated. Here are some quick steps that you can use when you build a sitemap. The first thing that you'll want to do is list all the primary pages of your website. Think of all the major sections of your future website and write them down. Then you're going to consider what else you want to include. A lot of content isn't important enough to be in a category on its own on your website, but it's still worth including. This content usually goes into secondary pages that can't be accessed through the website's main navigation, but they can exist under other categories. These will be your secondary pages. A good rule of thumb is not to create anything more than 5 to 7 main navigation elements. Any other pages should exist as sub-navigations or tertiary navigational elements. A good sitemap is going to represent all key pages on the site and structure them in a way that is clear to the user so that it doesn't feel cluttered. Once you lay out the sitemap, you'll be able to create a website with a navigation flow that makes sense to everyone who's going to be using the website. In addition, you'll know what all the page names and links should be called. Establishing a sitemap is an important deliverable that you'll want to complete before you start building out the website.